What's going on, guys? It's Bob from Olympusiron. Half natty fucking lighting of peace right now. Ah! Alright, guys, I'm gonna be working out with my buddy Jay. He's worked out on the channel before. We're gonna actually do shoulders, but I figured I'd let you guys know what I'm gonna hit for pre-workout. It's this G Fuel from Gamma Labs. Nick Wright gave it to me. I went over to his house one time, and he's such a chump change motherfucker that he gave me all the products that weren't isotory. So thank you, Nick Wright. Hitting some Steam BCAA. This is from Rivalus. And no, I would never pay the $50 or whatever that this is. I got this for free, so this is why I'm using it. It's an orange flavor. The mixed berry is what I have for MyProtein, and I just get sick of it sometimes. I mean, it doesn't leave my mouth dry like Steam does, but I'm only hitting just a little bit of it right now. I'm going to do some L-carnitine too, acetyl L-carnitine. I don't even really know how much that is. I just buy it on MyProtein because they sell you like 1,000 servings of it. And even better, my creatine monohydrate came in. Super cheap shit. Not cheap like quality wise, but pretty cheap like product wise. Actually, everything on MyProtein is actually pretty inexpensive. One of the reasons why I accepted, like, when they contacted me, usually like if a company contacts me and says like, yo, like, we're really interested in you being part of the company and we want to sponsor you, give you a discount code or whatever, I usually just ignore the email, or like, I don't know, unless I'm not really crazy about the company, but like I checked this place out, just throwing 5 grams in it, pre-workout. It really doesn't matter when you take creatine, but for this company, I like checked them out and I checked out the prices, and I really I had them send it to me first. I tried out the products, and you know, it all worked out, and hopefully you guys have been taking advantage of getting your protein at a reasonable price. But I've been pretty out of it lately with the whole training. No nib slips with this. I've been pretty out of it with the whole training lately because it's like there's a tax deadline on the 15th, so I've been like killing it at work and then coming home. So I got my pre-workout. I'm gonna hit the gym. I just basically put my water in that little jug over there, that the Gatorade. I feel like that's the best bottle for like, don't ever buy a water bottle from MyProtein, by the way, because all those water bottles suck. But like, just get a Gatorade one. I think you get like 3 on Amazon for like 10 bucks. But I will see you in the car. Alright guys, so we're in the car listening to some Perfect Circle. If you're a Tool fan of Perfect Circle, I totally love them. If they're a type of music that you can never like not listen to, they're fucking sick, FYI. I've been having a dilemma lately though, with Halloween coming up, and also I'll be going to the Providence Comic-Con. I have a dilemma, guys. I really want to cosplay. No fucking geek comments. But I do want to cosplay, and I'm gonna vlog there. And then I also want a sick-ass Halloween costume. Not that I have a Halloween party to go to or anything. Maybe, I don't know, I'll get with Nick Wright and we'll throw a Halloween party. But throw some of your ideas in the description box. Well, not description box, but the comments below. I'd love to hear your ideas for like a good costume, you know, or a good cosplay. So if you guys can throw that way, keep in mind I'm a geek, so just throw anything down there. Don't be shy. But I'm thinking we're gonna crush this shoulder workout pretty quick. I'll just show you some clips from it. Don't want to focus too much on the workout because I kind of want to get a good workout. You know, a lot of the times when I'm filming, it really takes away from my workout. Not that everyone else has to be intense, you know, because some people's intensity is very quiet and very reserved. But me, my intensity is I'm quiet and reserved, but like it's intense. Like people are like in my facial expressions, everything else, like people know I'm working. And like for me, having to film and having to check the camera and everything all the time, it just takes away from that. So we're gonna film a couple clips tonight. Snapback, check. No pump shirt, check. Ocean State Health and Fitness, check. Hey guys, this is Jay.
What's going on, you guys? Jay.
Introduce yourself, whatever you got.
Jay Philly. Just here to lift with Bob. This should be an awesome time. So, second time lifting with Bob, so I'm pretty stoked.
We got an epic cheat meal last time. I don't think that's gonna happen this time.
Gotta go strict.
Alright guys, so we are in the gym and we're gonna do, like I always do, 2 pressing movements, 2 side movements, and then 2 rear movements. Decided to go with a seated lateral because generally I do a lot of standing work, but I feel like doing seated today and I like mixing it up. So check it out, guys. Go ball, push, push. Go.
Come on, CJ. There it is.
Alright guys, so while I don't have any, in video commentary, I figured I'd do a little voiceover thanking Jay for coming down. Also, Corey, who is another guy who just started lifting at the gym. Jay's actually been lifting for a little bit, but Corey, he just started lifting. He's an electrician. He jumped in with us, and especially at this gym, I'm trying to be as friendly as possible. I'm trying to welcome people into the experience that I have, because the whole reason why I made this channel, guys, is because I was fortunate and I worked out with people who were experienced, and therefore, my gains were prevalent from the beginning. But I see a lot of people making a lot of silly mistakes, and I don't want them to make mistakes. I don't want them to hurt themselves or anything like that. So, my whole purpose of having this channel was to originally help those people. And if I can do it directly, not on video, but in the gym, and especially a cool guy like Corey, or I met some other people that had just started lifting. You saw Rick in the last video killing it with his squat form and his deadlift form. And they're just cool guys. I don't have many people to lift with. Nick Wright's on his powerlifting program, and it seems like a lot of people are on powerlifting programs lately, and that just doesn't fit into my schedule. I'll lift the powerlifting exercises with you, but I also have to do my bodybuilding stuff too, because to me, I just can't do the big 3, and I'm more about the big 3 and the accessorizing. And I know they accessorize as well, but I like to. I digress. The whole point of this is I like to help people. I like to reach out. That's why I love my job at GNC. And now that I don't have that job at GNC, now I'm just an accountant helping people with their taxes. I like to reach out in the fitness world whenever I can. That's why whenever you guys message me or anything, I usually always get back if it's something that I can answer or I'm comfortable answering. So I hope you guys liked this video. Hit the thumbs up to help me out. Share it on the page. And also, train like a god as always, guys. Alright guys, so I was just telling Jay, when you do this exercise, when you do the base pulls, you really want to keep your glutes pinched. Actually, in any exercise, you want to keep your glutes pinched. It's like someone's trying to stick a finger in your ass, and you just don't want it to be there. Unless you do want it to be in there, and then that's your own business. And hey,
it's your own call.
It's your own call. But when I come in here, I'm pinching my glutes right away, and then that way I'm using only my rear delts in the exercise. Because if I don't, I have the tendency, I'll push my hips forward while I do the reps, and that's not a clear indication of what muscle I'm using. So I like to flex my glutes.
thing with over here. All right, we're doing single cable lateral raises. Immediately once I come up here, my glutes are flexed, and I'm postured. I'm sunk into the ground. Now I'm only going to use my shoulder. Only going to use my shoulder in the exercise. Isolate the exercise. Isolate the muscle you want to work out. So here, if I was cool, I see people hitting like this, and you see this little pop they do before they do an exercise.
Yep.
A little pop. It's like they're like a fucking bunny. Pop. It's like, pop. And it's like, you're not, if you need to use a pop to get up the weight, you're not using it for appropriate weight. Glutes flexed. You always want to keep your elbow higher than your hand. Higher than your hand. For proper flexion of that lateral head. And that's it, guys.